Hi, Alexandra's back. This video is about beating thrush. Yes, I've had thrush 2 times. First time I had it with my older daughter when I was breastfeeding her, and the second time I had it with a second child. So the first time I had thrush, I tried the prescription medicine, I tried any topical solutions, I've tried changing my diet, nothing was working. When I had gotten thrush for the second time, I wanted to get the solution, and I needed to get a solution that was fast because my thrush was very painful and I knew it was just gonna escalate from then on. So here is the secret to beating thrush in one day. Yes, it is gentian violet. The solution I used is a 1% topical solution, which you need to dilute 1 part gentian violet and 1 part water. So for example, for this process, a few tips, I guess. For this process, you will need to use a cup, a plastic cup. In this case, I'm using a shot glass that I really don't care about. You would need several Q-tips, gentian violet, of course, and you need an old towel that you don't care about being stained, or paper towels. You would also need to protect any surfaces. You would need to dig up some old stained clothes just to make sure your brand new clothes or clothes that you really care about don't get stained. And also another thing, if you're using a cup like this, that it's not a disposable cup, you may want to spill your solution either outside or just dry it up with napkins like this, and then throw it in the garbage, because the solution will stain your sink, and it will probably be blue or purple for at least 2 months before it finally comes out. So okay. Another thing that you also need, by the way, is you will need some olive oil or coconut oil to rub around the baby's mouth to make sure the solution doesn't drip or spill all over the baby's mouth or face, actually. And you don't want to use any nipple creams or diaper rash creams, because you don't want to create some sort of a barrier between an infected area and the gentian violet solution. You just want to use oil, some sort of oily substance around the infected area so that it doesn't drip. So okay, let me get in. So I take a cup that I really don't care about. Start with gentian violet. You can also use gloves. It's actually, I would recommend using gloves because I will probably get this on my hands. So it looks like this, that you could actually tap from it, but since we're using it for breastfeeding purposes, I would probably just go like this and just eyeball it a little bit. We don't need too much. Alright, just a few drops. And I have water in this cup. Just regular tap water. I think this looks about right, I think. So here you go. Look, this thing is pretty darn purple. So yeah, it will stain everything it comes in contact with. So you want to use as much protection as you could possibly get. So once you make your solution, and again, this is a 1% solution, so I'm just doing half and half. And I would recommend just getting a 1% solution instead of the 2% topical solution, because it's just harder to mix properly. I think half and half is easier than 1 to 3 parts. So okay. very easy process. I mix my solution, I dip my Q-tip in it, and you could tell this purple stuff climbs up. So don't tilt your Q-tip upwards. So I take the solution on my Q-tip and make believe this is an area that's infected, and I want to dab and cover the entire infected area. So for example, you will want to cover your nipples. You want to cover both of them, and it's okay. It's actually better if you cover them completely, and in the minute or so you let the baby latch, you let the baby eat. So like that, it actually helps the baby get the solution inside the mouth. If you know, it kind of helps the solution get inside the baby's mouth and the crevices, because the baby's gonna move its mouth while it's eating. After the baby's done eating, see, it might be going to the other side. After the baby is done eating, you want to repeat this process. So recover the nipples again. You want to use a disposable nursing pad to protect your own bra. So like that, yeah, I'll open this. So like this, your own bra doesn't get permanently stained purple. After you recover your nipples with the solution, you go back and you cover the baby's mouth in the solution, and you make sure you get everything between the gums, behind the gums, behind the cheeks. Try to get it as far back into the tongue as you can, because again, you want to cover the yeast so that it suffocates, that it dies, and it goes away and stops bothering you. So this is what I did to get rid of thrush, and it literally went away in one day. You want to repeat this process. You could even use the same solution, just cover it with a tissue or whatnot, and put it somewhere where kids can't reach, and you're not going to knock it over and destroy your furniture or your floor or whatnot. Or you could get rid of it like this. Just let a napkin soak it in and throw it in the garbage, and then do another solution the next day. But you want to repeat it for 2 to 3 days to make sure you killed off any potential yeast. And I promise you, there is a 90% chance you're going to get rid of it, and you're going to get rid of it for good. However, after this, you're going to have to make sure you don't reinfect yourself. That includes, you have to disinfect all the baby's pacifiers that the baby's using. You have to disinfect all the bottles. You have to disinfect all the nipples as well. In addition, what you have to do is, and that's a really important trick, is that you have to make sure that the milk that you pumped while you had thrush, either you boil it before you feed it to the baby, or you throw it away, because that is a major source of reinfection. Unfortunately, this annoying yeast survives freezing cold. So it's not like, I don't know what to compare it to, but thrush survives freezing cold. Make sure you throw away the breast milk that you pumped while you had thrush, or make sure that you at least boil it. There is a way to boil it before you feed it to the baby, but that's something that you will have to Google. I hope this was helpful. If you like this video, please subscribe. I put out videos once a week with helpful tips. My videos might be a tiny bit long, but I try to give you everything that I know, and help a new mom or a mom that's struggling with a new issue get over this issue and get rid of this problem once and for all. Alright? Comment if you like this video. Subscribe. Bye-bye.